Dr. Stone! This chapter was fucking great. I liked it.
Yes, I loved it, and the best part is I called some things here.
Remind me what you called. I'm always bad at remembering that.
I called that about they're going to bring up how they're going to have to make more than one of the essential of the phones.
Of course, that's how phones work.
I said about that. I was talking about that, and they made it, and they brought it up. So I was like, "Yep, I called."
Wow, you called the most obvious thing. Congratulations.
Ever, fuck you.
You don't get that. No props for you. No props. Okay.
I always get.
Nah, fam. Okay, so what I do like is, so immediately when I saw the title for this chapter, like it was something like, let me find the title again. It was something like the voice sent across infinity and beyond. I immediately thought, because I don't know how many check out this cool fact you've ever seen, but like I immediately thought of the whole, like, because I've always heard this fact over and over again, that when you send out a message through radio waves, it never dissipates. It goes forever and ever and ever. Like, have you ever heard that?
No.
You haven't?
Nope.
Oh my god. Do they teach you anything in whatever school you go to, dude?
Malibu High? No.
Is it a shitty school?
They only care for kids who are already smart.
Oh, yeah. All right. I get that. Okay. So, what's cool about radio waves is they go forever and ever and ever, right? That's why we try to contact aliens, because radio waves travel at a certain speed. I don't remember what the speed is, but they travel at a certain speed, and they keep going. And we can actually estimate, like, our first ever radio broadcast, they estimate, I remember them estimating it, like, it's traveled outside of our own universe by now. You know what I mean? So, like, if there were aliens, like, a universe away that had, like, antennas trying to pick up radio waves from space, they right now, they would, like, if it was, like, one universe away, or not I'm saying universe, that stupid me, galaxy I meant, I think, like, somewhere around, like, one galaxy away now, they could hear, like our first ever transmissions, like, shit from, like, the 40s or something, you know what I mean? Like, they'd be hearing, like, 40s television announcements, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, basically, that was kind of the theme of this chapter. It was, like, the whole, like, with science, you can hear things from the past, things from people that are dead now, and you know what, this series does this to me, and I really got to give it credit. This series reminds me, it's perfect at reminding me how crazy our lives are with science, and how the things that you take for granted. Like, this is like the ultimate check your privilege series. Not in the SJW way, but in the holy shit, we have, like, a lot of awesome shit way. Shit that we get so used to. You know what I mean? We get used to this shit. But, like, it kind of blows my mind when they're like, yeah, you can talk to people that are long dead. You can hear people that are long dead with science. And, like, that's kind of shit, like, I never think about. Like, wow, that is cool, you know?
Yep.
Do you have thoughts other than just yep?
I was just listening to your realization there.
I love that about this series, because it really does just constantly remind me how fucking cool science is.
Yeah, that's why I like smart people.
Yeah.
See, if you're smart like me, you befriend all the smart people.
Yeah, okay.
That's how you survive.
No, I did love the mic part, where it's like, oh, the mic's the easiest part. It's just like that I was like, huh, that's interesting. Because that was one of the things I was really curious. I was like, how are they gonna make a mic?
Honestly speaking, I was like, I had to look this up and see, like, is that actually the ingredients for a mic?
Well, I don't think that's how mics are made now. I mean, maybe, but I assume that it's like there's always, like, an alternative, shittier way to do things than what we do now. You know what I mean? I mean, like, what did you find when you looked up? I'm curious, because I didn't look it up.
Here, let me see. Because I did it when I read the chapter last night, so I'll have to get back again.
Okay, well, while you're looking that up, I'll say, let's see, let me find the part. So I also love the realization of, like, oh god, I have to make another one. and that is something that I assume, like, I was saying that, like, the page before this was said, I was like, yeah, okay, well, how do you have, like, because I remember I was thinking it was gonna be like a walkie-talkie system, but they actually went even more basic than that, which I kind of appreciate, because again, it's this author not, like, giving the characters any breaks. Like, it's not like oh, this is easy, you know what I mean? Like, it's always reminding you, like, how hard this shit really is. You find anything, Thurman?
I think cause most of them are getting like how to make a microphone for a PC.
It's fine. It's fine. I assume it's accurate because this author always seems to be really like, I think he would really want it to be accurate. But yeah. So moving on, let's talk about the fucking romantic confession that never was.
They blue-balled me on that one.
Oh, I was almost positive. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna troll us. Because let's be honest here, every shonen series, anything love series that does this, they always have to have this moment where they make you think it's gonna happen, but it's not gonna happen until like way later in the series. Like it's the same thing with Deku.
Yeah. That's why every time I'm reading like a romance manga or something like that, I'm just like, nah, they're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I'd be surprised. Sometimes they do it, but I'm just like 90%, 95% of the time, just like, nah. That's not
Yeah. Well, it reminds me of the whole Uraraka Deku thing. How much they kept blue balls in me on that one, like and we haven't even had a love moment between them since the fucking that one exam where she was like, I have to ignore my feelings for him until later, and I was like, no. Yeah. I love ships, man. I am all about the ships. Like, so it hurts me. Like every fucking Uraraka Deku moment got me like, ah!
Just don't be one of those cancerous extremists.
No, well, but here's the difference. If you don't agree with if I don't agree with your ship, I'm not gonna be like, like, burn your house down. Like,
seeing how I always mention Nami to Luffy.
It's wrong, but I'm not gonna fucking like kill you. I'm not gonna like burn your fucking like you have people that like burnt their fucking manga when Naruto didn't get with Sakura. I'm not gonna do that shit. I would never do that shit.
Didn't the same happen with when Ichigo didn't get Rukia?
No. Well, yes. Oh, yeah. I thought you were gonna say me. No, I actually agreed with the ships that Kubo did. That he did good. But yeah, I think that did to a lesser extent because Bleach wasn't as popular as Naruto. But yeah, but no, I mean like, yeah, just chill. Like I enjoy ships because I think that like love is fucking beautiful when portrayed correctly. But I'm not gonna be an asshole about it. But yeah, this ship. It's adorable, and I was hoping that he was going to. And plus, it does remind me of. I found it funny. I was like, even across time, fucking phone calls are still like like where like crushes like go gaga. It just reminded me of like a teen like calling like their boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like I was like, that's funny. It to me it was funny that I don't remember this kid's name, but like the fucking blonde kid that's like a troll. Do you remember his name? Yeah, I don't think so. No. I don't either. But like, to me, it was funny that immediately, they're on a phone. They're on a phone call. Immediately,
talking about this guy. I know you're talking about like someone you knew in real life or something.
No,
like that.
Why would I ask you if you knew someone that I knew in real life's fucking name?
I don't know. I thought you were having a brain fart.
No. So fucking no. So the blonde guy that was like, oh my god, you should tell her how you feel, right? My question was like, why immediately like, he's on a phone call. This is the moment to tell her how she feels. So I guess it just reminded me of how people like have a lot of like those moments on phone calls nowadays too. It's like, that I don't know, just weirded me out.
Yeah.
I was like, that's interesting.
You saw his serious face too. He was like, my.
The fucking like yaoi face. It's pretty yaoi. But
so, like,
go ahead.
You can tell he's the oblivious type.
Oh yeah, his true feelings is that science is amazing.
I'm sorry, she got cucked for science.
Bro. Yes, just yes. I was gonna add on to that, but no, it's perfect. Science is his true waifu. You can't compete with science. I feel like Senku's the same way. Senku would be like Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. He was like, I don't want to fuck. Fucking is weird and gross because science tells me it is. I do feel like Senku would like legit. Senku does not. You know those characters that are just so smart that they've lost the ability to be attracted by anyone. Like they're so smart they see the world differently. Like I don't see you as an attractive woman. I see you as a collection of cells. That's what Senku is. Like he's just like we're all just sacks of flesh walking around. Why would I rub my sack of flesh on your sack of flesh? It makes no sense. He's too smart for his own good. Hello?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That was your turn. Now this bee shit started. Okay, so then this is where the chapter really fucking kicks it up into high gear. I'm interested in this. I love this whole bee thing, and I immediately I love that when the series does this, where she mentions the speaker thing, and I'm like, wait a minute, how the fuck do you know what a speaker is? And I was about to come on here and rant and be like, plot hole, and then like immediately like, wait a minute, how do you know about that? So I was like, good on the author. I thought it was gonna be a fucking plot hole for a second. But I do, and then immediately once she knew, I was like, oh, it's gonna be one of the stories. And I really, really like how this author kind of, he actually did fuck with me for a second. I didn't understand. I was like, because I was thinking the same thing as Senku. I was like, well, that was a pointless story. These stories were to help the tribe learn shit. You know what I mean? Like that's why they're a bit smarter than like normal caveman would be, because of these stories. That's why they know some things. So at first I didn't get this one at all. So I was right there with Senku, and I loved how it was like actually a message of like, he literally gave him a record to listen to a message. That's so fucking cool. Everything makes so much sense from the story to where he stored it. I loved this entire end part so much. You got any thoughts?
Yeah, because it's kind of like a message from beyond, and it's just like how each story kind of, because you know how even in today there are some cultures out there that still follow stories that has been told by their ancestors, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of homage to that, how like even stories that were told long ago still have some type of significance or effect today.
Oh yeah.
So I like how it's done.
Well, you know what it made me think of was I like what this author does with like as we said before, this entire story is a big blowjob to science, and it really is. And I love how they worded it at the end, because I had never thought of it before. Like, science allows you to hear people that are long dead, and that's true. Like, Michael Jackson, he's dead. You could find a million videos of him on YouTube, talking, giving his thoughts on shit, dancing, singing, being in movies, anything. Same thing with anyone else. Like if you have a relative that's dead, I bet you have videos or pictures, or, you know, it is truly insane what science can do, and this series reminds me of that. So yeah, I thought that was fucking awesome. But so then they reveal the disc, and again, I just love this whole like this whole science crosses time. I just love it. This is something that this series does to me, like where it's just constantly like every chapter I'm like, yeah, science does do that. That's awesome. Like I feel like I'm in middle school again, watching Bill Nye the Science Guy on the fucking pushy TV cart. Bill.
One of my favorite things about this is like once they like reveal the disc,
what's his name, automatically goes like a DJ.
Yeah.
That the first thing that made me think about that was Jet Set Radio for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, this guy's pretty fucking. Look at how cool this DJ is. I just thought of something. What if now I like the idea of like someone showing up to a con looking like that, and it's like, oh, what's your cosplay? Oh, I'm the DJ from Dr. Stone from that one chapter.
I was just thinking that. I was just like, maybe I should cosplay it.
Cosplay the DJ from Dr. Stone that he thought of the image of a DJ. He's so goddamn cool. But yeah, fucking just a great chapter overall. Again, this is a hard series to do predictions for, but I suppose at this point they have to set it up to be like combat strategic, right? Because I assume it's gonna. They acted like they couldn't just immediately make another one. Like that would be really hard to do because they need another vacuum tube, which took them for fucking ever and a lot of trial and error. So I don't know if they're going to try to set up landlines in the sense of like have like wires running underground to like different points. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they might do that and like set up like I think what we might have next chapter is them setting up their like battle plan like on a map. Like okay, we're gonna have points and we're gonna have wires running to all of these points where we can talk to you from a central point. You know, and it's like we're point A, point B, point C, and these are gonna be our lookout points. You know, that's what I assume it's gonna be for the next chapter. Like them setting that up probably. Oh, of course,
Okay.
listening to whatever the message is too will probably take precedent. But when it comes to like what they're gonna do for this disc, or not this disc, this the fucking cell phone, quote unquote. I feel like that's what they're gonna do. And then of course, I guess the main prediction is, what do you think this message is gonna be about? I'm getting a real Jing Freaks Gone vibe here.
It may be something to. Honestly speaking, it may be a hint to how they can essentially create stuff here, or maybe information about how it was like back then.
I hope that they have. I hope that they give him. I'm gonna hope that with all their NASA technology that they had, maybe they have a hint about what caused the original incident that caused this.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I'm still always fascinated about when I'm reading this series. Like, what fucking happened when the light, the explosion of light happened and everyone was stoned? What the fuck caused that? You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's so. I mean, I would love to hear maybe a hint on what that is. But yeah, good shit, good chapter. Any final thoughts, Thurman?
Yep. Nah, we hit the nail of the coffin there. Great chapter, man. I can't wait for the next one.
All right, peace.